Good morning and welcome to Tynecastle for the first Premiership match of the new campaign. I'm Chris Jack from the Rangers Review. Unfortunately, sitting to my right is an empty seat where Joshua Barrie should be, and within the next half hour or so, hopefully Josh will be able to join us. He has had some travel issues on the way through, but he will be here soon, and hopefully here in time for kick-off for the first match of this new campaign. We'll get straight to it. Your team selection or your Rangers side has been announced, and this is the Rangers side that will take to the pitch here at Tynecastle within the next 50 minutes or so. So Jack Butland starts in goal as expected. James Tavernier, as Philippe Clement mentioned in his press conference yesterday, starts at right back. There is no place for Dujon Sterling in the Rangers squad. The rest of the side is John Souttar. Ben Davies gets the nod ahead of Robin Cropper. He is not in the squad, despite hopes that he would make it. So no place for Cropper here this afternoon. Ruud van Yilmaz at left back, a midfield two of Mohamed Diomande and Connor Barron. I think that's the two that people expected in there. That's the two that people have got a lot of hopes in for this season. On the right hand side, the slot goes to Scott Wright. I know there's been a bit of debate over Václav Černý and whether he would get the nod, but Scott Wright gets that place in there. Tom Lawrence, as expected, plays at 10. Oscar Cortez from the left, and Cyril Dessers gets the nod through the middle. Your Rangers subs here are Liam Kelly, Ravi Matondo, Černý, Kieran Dowell, Hefty, Leon Balogun, Leon King, Cole McKinnon, and Danilo. Good to see him back in a matchday squad. Obviously back at the stadium where he suffered that injury back in November that almost wrecked his season. So an interesting Rangers side, I think it's safe to say. A comment here from Maka, believes that lineup was predictable, aiming for 3 points this afternoon. I think that would be the dream start for Rangers, just to try and get their campaign off to an encouraging start. Apart from that, I think the main selection is that right hand side. There had been a lot of talk about Černý. JD mentions other options in there. Sima, I think, interestingly, the manager didn't exactly rule that one out at his press conference yesterday. He was speaking about finances and that Sima was at the moment too expensive. I think the fact that he added that caveat, perhaps the Rangers word of the week, he added that caveat in there to say at the moment. I think that perhaps bodes well for Rangers. I think we'd all like to see Sima back in this squad. Cortez gets the nod there this afternoon, but Václav Černý, really interesting to see what he can do from the right if he can get some match minutes. And also the other one that GD mentions there is Ross McCausland potentially coming in, and it's a big season for McCausland. It's not been a classic pre-season for anyone outside of the Diomande and Barn. I think they've been the two. McCausland misses out on the squad altogether this afternoon. I think that probably shows the challenge that he is going to face this season. It's not going to be as easy for him to get in the side. Comment here from Mark saying that he would have started the new guys. A couple of other comments. One saying that the team is horrendous. It's not the. I think when the manager laid out his vision for the end of the cycle, we perhaps expected a bit more in terms of new players certainly starting on this first afternoon of the campaign. But it's a game that Rangers, as we all know, they have to come here and win. Have to try and get off to a positive start. I'll go through your Hearts side this afternoon. They line up with Clark in goal, Kent, Grant, Shankland, the man of the summer, Barry Mackay, Devlin, Rowles, Dander making his Premiership debut for Hearts, obviously. James Penrice, Vargas, and Taylor. On the Hearts bench are Gordon, Kingsley, Halkett, Oyegbok, Oda, Spittle, Forrest, Boateng, and Boyce. So I think it's not been a classic pre-season for either of these sides, but I think it's definitely a game as the away end to my right hand side. Not quite the full end, unfortunately. Hearts have obviously cut back quite a lot on the away allocation. As the away fans to my right take their seats, they will arrive here in hope and expectation. Now they are their right to demand that Rangers go on and challenge for the title this season, and also go on and win the title this season. So fingers crossed, it's an improvement on the first game last term. Now, there was a big rebuild last summer. Rangers went into that first game down at Kilmarnock with a few new faces within that side, and it did not go well. So a chance for Rangers hopefully to try and get the season off to a bit more of a positive start. But I think, as it's from a number of the comments on the show, Mo, I think, sums up the mood. Not overly optimistic, saying I don't think I've been this negative starting a season. I think that's a lot of that feeling is mirrored quite a lot within the support at present, perhaps understandably so. We have spoken a lot on the show over the course of the summer about players coming in, players leaving. Also, some of those players who could potentially move out the door. Todd Cantwell being the most high-profile one, obviously not on the squad. But even I think when you look at the Rangers bench, there's potentially still players in there that could find themselves surplus to requirements come the end of the window. Just to reply to Walter here, I'll go through that Rangers bench again. It is Kelly, Matondo, Cherney, Dibble, Hefty, Balogun, King, McKinnon and Danilo. That is your Rangers bench. Hopefully the manager won't have to turn to it for inspiration too much, but we will see how this a very interesting start to the season here for Rangers. And again, a couple more comments before we head off. People asking whether the rebuild has started. I think it will take time. It's always going to take time. I think the manager outlined that in his press conference yesterday. But there's definitely an excitement at the start of the season. If you can't get, as myself and Josh spoke about yesterday, if you can't get excited for the start of a campaign, then you're in the wrong place and you're certainly at the wrong football club. And there's doubts over this side. There are doubts over where Rangers are in terms of their progression under Philippe Clement. But the first day of the new season, the pitch at Tynecastle here looks terrific. And we'll finish for a comment from Kenny saying, "Hello, fellow players. Let's get behind the team." So time will tell what this afternoon brings. Hopefully, Josh will make it to take the seat to my right within the next 20 minutes or so, and we will be back post-match. Of course, keep an eye on the website, on the YouTube channel, across our social media, across our new WhatsApp channel. All the best coverage of first match day of the new Premiership campaign, all with the Rangers Review, all with myself and Josh Barrie, TBC. So enjoy the game, and we will speak later on. Thank you.